What is going on, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about a problem that many of you have and haven't really figured out how to solve yet. You want to know what that problem is? It is how to make your hair system last longer. Now, there can be a couple things that actually interfere with how long your hair system lasts. We've covered these in previous videos, but going over them briefly, there's of course losing hair out of your hair system, right? And this can be from pulling the hair out. This can be from the way that you're shampooing. It can be from just day-to-day usage. It can be from many different things. We've talked a little bit about tangles. We've talked about rips in the bases. Something that I haven't fully addressed on this channel, but I want to because it's so important, is this. A lot of the problems that people have with hair systems is that they are perfectly fine. They're in great condition, but unfortunately what has happened is that the color has changed. Yeah, the color has actually faded, it's lightened, and it is no longer a match to their bio hair. And they don't like this, understandably so, because it seems like it is not quite the hair that a person naturally has. So we're gonna be talking about how to address this, what that problem is, all this stuff. Now, I got this message on Instagram, right? And this is kind of what prompted this video. It's somebody that I interact with fairly frequently, and they said, I've been watching more of your videos and I think I'm going to take the next step and break off from my local stylist and order and style my own. That's great, that's all good and well. He said, I'm paying close to $450 to $500 every single visit for a hair system, which is rough. I asked him, how often are you buying these new units? And he responded to me and he said, well, before it was once a month, and now I'm trying to stretch it every 1.5 months, which, listen, I mean, some people do that, but that's a ridiculous amount of hair systems. That's a ton. This is not something to me it would not be acceptable. I probably would not be spending $450 to $500 every single month on hair systems. That's a car payment. It's more than a car payment. That's getting on the order of a rent payment, depending on where you live. So I asked him, why are you buying these so often? And he said, well, the hair starts to get lighter and then it doesn't match. And at that point, I change it. So picking up there, guys, this is something that you can fix, and this is something that you can rectify. But before you can rectify, you have to understand what's going on, why your hair system is changing color and all this kind of stuff. So we're gonna go into that in this video. So the main reason that your hair system is actually losing color is due to oxidation. That's right. It means that when oxygen, which is on your hair system, and UV, ultraviolet radiation, which comes from sunlight, hit each other, it causes a chemical reaction to occur, which also changes the color. This can also be seen when something is rusting, a metal is rusting. This is oxidation. And while you don't have rust on your hair, it does cause a slight color change in the material. This is a chemical reaction. This is something that is normal and it's bound to happen. So what's the cause to this? The cause is the sun. Being out in the sun. If you are never out in the sun, your hair system is going to age much less and less. So what are your options? Well, you could just, make sure every time that you have your hair system that you don't go out into the sun, you always wear a hat, and that's the end of the story. That's not really practical, right? You want to be out living your life exactly how you want to be living it, and not limited by thinking, oh, I can't get my hair system in the sun. That's something that just doesn't work for the community. You need to be able to go out and live a normal life. So how do you counteract the fact that your hair system gets a duller, redder tone as it ages and it gets exposed to the sun? Well, it just so happens that there are products to specifically help your hair system. That's right. So what we basically have to do is color correct the redness that is occurring inside of the unit. What we need to do is actually prevent it and kind of restore it back to its natural color. So this is why I use a basically color depositing conditioner. Now, what they do is they're specifically designed for your hair color, a range of hair colors, if you will, that you have. So for me, I have dark to medium blonde hair that's kind of ashy, and this right here, this product that I'm holding in my hand, is actually a medium natural ash blonde. And what it does is it actually deposits hair color that's appropriate back into this unit right here, so that way it doesn't fade. Now it's a completely natural thing for colors to fade when you dye your hair or you're wearing a hair system. So this right here is completely natural. Now this is only something that's going to cost you maybe like 20 bucks, and you're going to be able to use it probably for the duration of one hair system. This is something that I use about two to three times a week. You know, I wash my hair every single day. I don't always shampoo it, but I try to condition it just about every single day, but I'll use this 2 to 3 times a week. I always do a deep condition when I take my hair system off, and I clean it and I condition it and I let it sit there for 15-20 minutes. On a normal day, I use this for about five-ish minutes inside of the shower. I just let it sit there, and what it does is it deposits that ash blonde color back into the system, correcting the redness that it's actually developing. Now, as far as does it work, am I just selling a product? No, I'm not selling a product because I can't actually even get any, I can't get an affiliate link for this product right here, but it's a very good product. And what I have noticed, if you go back and you watch my videos, you'll see when I changed my last hair system, the videos right before it, I had a perceptibly, noticeably lighter hair system than my actual bio hair. If you go back to the beginning of when I got that last hair system, you'll notice that it was a perfect match. It was really, really good. And then it just got redder and redder and lighter and lighter, and it just, I could pull it off, but it wasn't perfect, and I knew it, everybody knew it. And this has not been a problem. So I'm going on about 2 months with this unit right here. And it's holding color fantastic. This is the first unit that I've actually used back to natural on. Before, I wasn't using it and I didn't really even know about it. But this right here is going to save you potentially thousands of dollars a year. For this gentleman right here, think about it. He's spending, if he's buying a unit every single month, let's just say at $400, that's 400 times 12. That is somewhere in the ballpark of around $4,800 per year. And this right here could probably get him down to, even if he reduces it to every other month, he's now in the ballpark of $2,400. If he uses a new hair system every 3 months, however, you know, you're in the ballpark of $1,200, automatically shaving thousands of dollars off of his hair system usage expenses. And if this costs $20 for maybe a month to 2 months supply, obviously the ROI on a product like this is fantastic, and it's totally worth it. I totally recommend that you do it. Now, what if your hair system already has lost color? Now, if you are trying to go darker, this is something you can do, but you really got to be careful. And coloring a unit just to a darker color to get a perfect match to your color is very tough. It takes some color science. Guys, I'm not going to pretend like I actually know a lot about that. Color is not like my super strong suit. I'm actually colorblind, so matching up colors, very tough, and it's something I think I would really struggle with. I might try it in the future, but going lighter, so if you want to lighten your unit, which generally isn't the problem, but that is way harder and way harsher on your hair system itself. Anytime you dye your hair system, it's going to be pretty tough on the unit. It's going to, chemically, it's just pretty abrasive, and it's not something that's super duper healthy for it. So this is something you really want to watch out for. I wouldn't consider going lighter with a hair system, maybe darker if you want to try it, but I would not do it the first time as like, I need to make this work, I need to make this happen, and it's got to be perfect, because it's going to be pretty tough unless you have some color science background. The way that colors blend together is very interesting, and it's not super easy to get it 100% right, especially if you're doing a matching job as opposed to a like holistic, I'm changing my color from this to something else, where, you know, there's some variation, there's some room for wiggle room. With trying to get that match up perfect, man, that's got to be really hard. I'll try to watch some videos on it and see if I can find some information though, because I do think it would be helpful to the community. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell below to stay notified, and make sure that we're getting out to more people with hair system content. About 70% of the people are not subscribed, which means that there's still way more room for subscribers, way more room for people to get educated about hair systems. And by doing one of those actions, you are doing your part. We will see you soon.